You really troubled me yesterday.
What?
You troubled me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. That was very good.
Doesn't trouble him.
That was the most important thing you did for me today. Is you troubled me. I'm
Were
giving
you
a
here in
compliment.
the Yom Ayun? Thank you. Were you here in the Yom Ayun?
Really?
Did you said all the shiur that took place?
No, I was Shlomo Yehuda Katz asked me to play at your car. So I spent all my energy getting ready for that.
You were great.
It was all right?
Yeah.
Thank you. So I really wanted to. And especially when I saw that Simco was there. But anyway, what can you do?
My Simcha was there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was here, you mean?
It was here, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't at your car.
No, I missed his cheer.
Yeah.
No, because I really enjoyed.
Also, we had Raz and...
Yeah, well, Ross is early, I would say.
How was he related to you?
Simcha? Achma is my son-in-law.
Son-in-law.
So because Raz was singing a nigun that he said that it's 3 parts, but I don't remember it being 3 parts. Maybe you'll remember.
Well, that's like what No, you corrected me on that. What's the third one?
I don't know. He's online. You can listen to him, but he says he heard Shlomo singing it. But Shlomo sometimes sang it in one way, then sang it another way.
I know, but I'll tell you.
You ever see Itzik? We're online, by the way, so let's keep this short. But Itzik, I used to see Itzik get into fights with Shlomo about correcting Shlomo.
I saw it in shul. We saw it. Nach and Miriam were there at the same time. You're singing, and it wasn't the notes, it was just, and he and someone goes on, and Itzik says, no! And so what do you think? He wants to get. Page 181. I have the tape where he originally sang that. It was 1982. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Oh, I'd love to hear it. Yeah, I never heard him.
And it was, and Meir Fund was there, and then Meir Fund decided to put words to it and started putting words to it, and then Shlomo stopped singing it.
What did Meir put on it? All right.
It should
Give him a plastic chair, please.
What about?
I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I'm fine.
You will enjoy it so much. Great. It's good. Mental testing.
Okay, let's go, guys.
Do you have an extra agala? I tripped. I almost tripped in the shuk, and the wheel of my agala went off, and I can't put it back.
So I'll try. Maybe
So I'm going. Okay, I got here. So I'm going to buy another one, but I have a lot of stuff. Do you have an extra agala?
I don't have an extra one. I can lend you one on you. Moshe, wie bist du?
We'll make it fix it.
Okay. Replace the first one.
Is
The
it just
Shulam
up to-
Shulam brat.
Didn't pop off the spoke
Boss?
as well. Take a look. If you can fix it,
I will.
So I'm missing you. I'm missing you to learning. Anyway,
So mental testing.
Okay.
He's
Be in
not-
touch. Okay?
He knows nothing. He knows
Bye-bye.
Zohar, and he's a mumcha mamish in Ramchal. And he's just looking at what's happening. He knows what to expect. Mental testing. And he says, look, this is obvious. This is what, I mean, Chazal put it all down what to expect in these times. Sorry.
So, Mahu Adavar Harishon, no, we did that yesterday. Sorry.
We did part of it yesterday.
Yeah, we got to. So the question was, what is the first most important thing in your life, right? So let's go to we're on page 181, and there's a one-line paragraph, the third one from the bottom. Hashem lo yachol liot sheni. Im Hashem hu sheni ze lo Hashem. If Hashem is just number two in your life, then he's not really God. Remember I told you once that Reb Shlomo said that he was giving a shir and somebody said, "Excuse me, Rabbi, but I don't believe in God." Shlomo said, "It's okay, the God that you don't believe in, I don't believe in either."
Beautiful.
Right? If God is number two in your life,
I like that.
then what kind of God is that, you know? Like whom are you worshiping? So, Im naniach tishal et Hashem, mi harishon avucha. Suppose we ask Hashem, who is number one for you? Hashem yagid, Am Yisrael. Right? As a matter of fact, it says in Chassidus that Yisrael ola b'machshava tchila, that the Eden arose in Hashem's mind before creating the world. And when Hashem said, Naaseh Adam, let's make man, so the Meforshim say, who was he talking to? So one of the Perushim is that he was talking to the neshamas of the Jewish people. He was asking us if we agree to the creation. So like, and he quoted before, right, that the Eden are called Reshit, and the Beit HaMikdash is Reshis, and okay, so to Hashem we are number one. And if you ask the Jewish people, who is number one for you? Hashem. He's not going to say Hashem. And the Beit HaMikdash is the place that connects us with Hashem. Chuban Beit HaMikdash mashma'uto שהראשון שלנו נחרב מעט. So the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash, what is the meaning of that? It means that our Rishon is being somewhat destroyed to a little bit. מדוע אנחנו בגלות זמן רב כל כך? Why are we in Golus such a long time? מפני שאיננו מצליחים להשיג את הראשון שבנו, because we're not succeeding in we're not succeeding in reaching our, or getting in, being in touch with our real Rishon, with our real number one. So it's interesting, like in the Tanya portion for last Friday, which it was the second last of the letters from the Geret Teshuvah, and he talks about the union of there's a Zohar, David, if you don't mind, on the second shelf there, the second book on the right. It's a blue one. You see it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a statement in the Zohar. Thank you. That says Shchinte ihi mara bigaluta. The Shchine is sick in Galut. The Shchine is sick in exile, right? So you've heard of Ima Yanochi B'Tzara, that Hashem is with, the Shchine is with us in our, right? It's a pasuk, it's a pasuk in Tehillim. So this expression that the Shchine is sick in Galus, to that Rebbe, you should read that Siman in Lamed Aleph. So he explains that he uses the parable of the body, and the Shechina is represented by the heart, and the souls of Israel are like the limbs of the body. Okay, and like in the body, the heart pumps blood to all the different parts of the body, to the organs and to the veins, through the veins and so on, and the blood carries the life energy, and then it comes back to the heart. So it's a very holistic presentation that he's giving there. So when all the parts of the body are functioning in unison, right, then the person is healthy. But if there's a part of the body that, if there are parts of the body that are competing against each other and hurting one another, they end up preventing the flow. They interfere with the flow of the blood, and they interfere with the way the blood is coming back to the heart, and the heart also never gets sick. So the Shechina being sick in Galut basically means that what's the cause of the illness? The cause. So you're familiar with the statement from the Gemara that the second base of Mikdash was destroyed because of sinas chinam, baseless hatred. Right?
The second
base of Mikdash. What does sinas chinam mean? Hate for no reason. Okay, so good. So, but it's actually even deeper than that. Steins also explains that sinas chinam. Never take a drink. You wake up.
Okay.
There's water. There's you want? I can give you something that looks like that also.
That'll put you
There's no way. No.
And
no, thank you.
he doesn't. He wants to go to sleep. Anyway, so it's okay. So sinas chinam is it'll dry. Is that plain and simple? Even the fact that we think of ourselves as being separate. You are you, and I'm I. Doesn't mean that I actually have to hate you, chas v'shalom. Just thinking of ourselves as being separate. That's not seeing ourselves as being part of the same one body of souls. Okay? So what does it mean that the Shekhinah is sick? Nebuch? It means that that our being separate from each other interferes with the ability of the Shekhinah to manifest itself and be evident in our lives.
Say it again.
Our separation and division interferes with the ability of the Shekhinah to be evident, to be manifest in our lives, to be fully, to be. You see the Shekhinah, you see the presence of God. You don't see it.
No,
Why?
because the Am Yisrael is divided.
Because of Sinat Chinam. Yeah,
If there wasn't Sinat, we would see God.
we would see the presence of God. Yeah.
What's the connection between what you just said? How does that follow?
With what?
You gave this metaphor of the heart and the
So
parts,
if
fighting each other,
the
and
parts
the
of
heart
the
gets
body
sick.
are not working well together, then the heart gets sick also. The Shekhinah is the heart, and the limbs are the souls of Israel.
What does that have to do with seeing the presence of God? How does
It
that
means
follow?
it's because the Shekhinah is meant to it's interfering with the functioning of the Shekhinah in this world. The Shekhinah is the divine presence in the lower worlds.
I understand that. I don't understand how the division or the Sinat Chinam between Jews interferes with the
Because
function
what does it mean that you don't see the presence of the Shekhinah? You don't see the unity. You don't see the wholeness. You don't see the completeness. You only see parts. And not only that, it goes further into hiding, and it even goes into places which work against it. Just like in the body, the body can end up creating cells that hurt the rest of the body. So the Shekhinah goes into such hiding that the Goyim can come and hurt the Jews.
Is it possible to see the Shekhinah?
But we'll see it when Mashiach comes, and we'll see. It says that if somebody's going to nowadays, if somebody says there is a God, then everyone says, "Oh, that's a chiddush." In the time of Mashiach, if somebody's going to say, "Oh, hey, there's a God," you're going to say, "Boker Tov, you opened your eyes finally." It's going to be evident.
But doesn't Moshe Rabbeinu want to see God? And God said, "No man can see
I'm
God."
talking about when Mashiach comes right now. Okay.
I think there's something else to this that may make it more clear
Wasn't
to me at
unity
least.
Pardon?
There wasn't unity there.
When Am Yisrael we're all together and we're doing Hashem's will together, and what does that mean? We're all being good to each other, and we're taking care of each other. We're not letting the poor be poor,
Yeah, go on.
and the weak be weak. But we're taking each person is recognized and valued as
Okay.
then that is the spirit of Hashem is in the society. We're just operating a society that is the way Hashem wants us to be.
Okay.
And maybe
So
that's what we see.
That's the way you're understanding it
I'm
right
trying
now.
to understand it because
I'm
I don't
saying
understand how it follows yet.
So that's the way you're understanding. That's fine for now. That's okay. What I was saying is that the presence of the Shekhinah is a contracted manifestation of the divine presence. Okay, it has to be that way. It's a symptom of the divine presence. Okay, so that we can be what we are. Right, because if in the full presence of Hashem, we would be totally nullified.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the Shekhinah is down in the three lower worlds and providing the energy for all existence. Okay, but why is it that the Shekhinah? Why doesn't Hashem just bring the rains and put out the fires? Okay. In other words, what's stopping Hashem from manifesting in a beautiful way? Why do the enemies get energy to do terrible things? Right? Okay. So that's the idea of the Shekhinah being sick.
Because we're feeding the other side with what we're not being together.
Because we're causing that illness to the Shekhinah, and therefore the Shekhinah is going into places that are contrary to our to the obvious good for us.
And all this is happening because there's no unity.
And this is all because our job is to, through our unity, to bring the presence of the Shekhinah, for it to be a real thing. Why are there fights going on at the at the wall? So what Reb Shlomo is saying over here is that so the Alter Rebbe says that when you say in Shemoneh Esrei Samech Neiflim V'Reif Yecholim, that you're also davening for the Shekhinah. You're davening for the healing of the Shekhinah.
I never heard it that way.
I didn't hear it until last week either. There's lots more that we haven't heard yet.
When I was 18, believe me, I knew everything. Now I've said it, I don't know.
Look at that.
Okay. So
We can still learn.
We forget. We actually knew it all before we were born.
So that's what Reb Shlomo was saying over here, is that what's pshat that the base of English is destroyed. It means that our Rishon, that which is most important to us, Hashem, is the Shekhinah is also never in not feeling so well. כשיצאנו ממצרים, השם אמר למשה, when we left Egypt, Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu, החודש הזה לכם ראש חודשים. This month is for you the first of all months. ראשון הוא לכם בחודשי השנה. It's the first of all the months of the year. תהפכו את החודש הזה לראשון שלכם. Meaning to say that Hashem is saying, make this your Rishon.
This month.
Right? Because Nisan is the 6th month, actually, right? But we turned it into the 1st month. So יש לכם פירושים רבים, יש לכך פירושים רבים, נדבר על אחד מהם. There's many explanations, and we're going to talk about one of them. כל אדם צריך לשאול את עצמו, page 182. שאלה פשוטה מאוד. Every person has to ask himself a simple question. האם יש משהו בחייך שהוא הראשון? Is there something in your life that is Rishon? Your glasses are here, by the way.
I see better without them.
Okay.
As I get older, my eyes.
Just in case, in case you were looking for your glasses, up on your forehead. Right?
My mother used to do that. She said, "Where are my glasses?" My father used to say, "It's too late now, honey."
Okay, so you have to ask yourself, is there something in my life? Do I have anything in my life which is Rishon? That is so important that there is no second. If you don't have a Rishon, then that means that you are stuck in the deepest galus. It could be that you're doing everything correctly, shura, in line, right? אבל אתה מוכרח שיהיה בתוכך דבר עמוק כל כך שהוא בגדר ראשון. You have to have something in you that is ראשון. נניח שיש לך המון חברים. Let's say you have a whole bunch of friends. זה נהדר, it's beautiful. אבל האם יש ביניהם אחד שהוא הראשון, but is there one that is number one? יש לך אלפי ספרים בספרייתך. You have thousands of books on your bookshelves. האם אחד מהם הוא הראשון? Is there one book that is the ראשון? אם התשובה שלילית, if your answer is negative, אתה בגלות, you're in exile. גלות עמוקה ביותר, a very most deep exile. מה שמיוחד,
When I went home, I read Shlomo's Cats right to the end here, and I came to this. And I'm thinking about it, and when I was in bed, What is one for me? I know the correct answer.
One or first?
Is done.
First, yeah.
I didn't think of that. My children, I worried about them, and I still do, about their welfare and their happiness. But that's not the correct way, is it? One should say Harishon Bishvili HaKadosh Baruch Hu, yes?
Let's put it this way. There's no question that deep in the essence of every Jew, Hashem is the Rishon. Fact of the matter is that throughout history, even Jews who weren't religious, when it came down to the question of dying al Kiddush Hashem or giving up being a Jew, they went to die al Kiddush Hashem, right?
There are no atheists in the foxholes.
Yeah, but but I'm talking about people who could have saved their lives by giving up the Yiddishkeit. Yeah. So deep in the heart of every Jew, Hashem is definitely number one. The question is, are you in touch with that? If you're not in touch with that, then you're in exile. That's the point.
Right.
If you're not in touch with that you're a Yid and that you have an neshama, this is a given. And being that you have a neshama, your neshama is number one. And your neshama is a part of Hashem.
But as you say,
the question is, are you in touch with it? Right? In other words, if Eretz Yisrael is the land of the Jewish people, and there are a lot of Yidden living in exile. It's a lot of Yidden living over here who are in exile also, so to speak. Right? What's really special in our generation is something very, very deep. A lot of people are wanting to get back in touch with their Rishon. Kids are not doing so well in school because the schools are not connecting them with their Rishon. You have the place of it? The schools are not connecting them with their Rishon, right? We're talking about the Jewish schools, like kids go to school and they're learning this and they're learning that and they're learning that, but they're not being connected with the Rishon. Talmidim, right? I want that you should give me, this is a grammatically incorrect sentence. It should be either Shianiku li et harishon sheli. I want them to give me my connection with my Rishon, with my first.
Isn't it Shorish Shianiku to nurse or something?
Yeah, same. No, that's lahanik, but this is from the same word. And he would said that I want religion. I want religion, but I don't want a religion where God is number 685. I want to go into a house of love and prayer where God is first. Everybody has a Rishon. Everybody has a first. So the question is, what do you consider to be your first? Is it holy things? Is it things that are really important? Or is the stock market your Rishon?
Hamniyot is stock market.
Nayot, yeah, the Shuk Hamanayot, the stock market.
Milah Chadashah.
Im Hatshubahi Shuk Hamanayot. If your answer is that what concerns you first and foremost is the stock market, you're mamash in a deep galut. יכול להיות שיש לך מטוס סילון פרטי ושאתה מטייל סביב העולם עם מיליונים בכיסך, maybe you have a private jet and you're flying around the world with millions in your pocket. אבל אם אין לך ראשון אמיתי, אתה העבד השפל ביותר. But if you don't have a real ראשון, then you are mamish, the
lowest.
lowest, right?
You're a low
You're in the
slave.
lowest. You're the lowest slave. Somebody, actually, Judy sent it to me yesterday. There's this little video. It looks like an Aisha Torah type of thing or whatever, but it's this. Somebody in South Africa wrote a book called Leopardology.
Leopardology?
Leopard.
Leopardology?
Yeah, things that you can learn from a leopard to be successful in life.
Can't change its spot, the leopard, do you?
Maybe it doesn't need to. And this guy.
Ever heard of leopardology?
See,
Kiwi Bernhard, originally from
Kiwi
South Africa,
Bernhard.
wrote it a few years ago.
And this book is apparently like a huge success. And he was invited to speak at this big conference with all these big CEOs, including Bill Gates being there. Okay, you've heard of Bill Gates?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, he used to.
He's married to Linda.
Linda?
Yeah.
Yeah?
His wife's name is Linda.
Okay.
No,
Makes all the difference in the world.
That's right.
So
you think so?
They offered him they offered this guy Kiwi to be the keynote speaker, right? So all these huge executives, and for something like $50,000 for the speech or whatever it is. I don't know. It doesn't matter the amount.
Clinton gets 250,000.
Well,
There's a grocery gun. So he was very happy to accept, to receive the invitation, but he takes a look at the date, and it's Shabbos. So he calls the organizer, and he says, "Listen, sorry, Shabbos." So the guy says, "I'll give you double." So he says, "You don't get it. Doesn't matter. I'll give you triple. I'll send you a blank check. Write whatever you want to write on it." He says, "No." Anyway, so they rearranged the timetable of the conference, so he should be able to come and speak on Sunday. So the guy, this organizer, calls him up a couple of months later, and he tells him that he was on the jet with, I don't know how much later, but you can see the video. He was on the private plane with Gates, and he was telling Gates about how this guy was supposed to be the keynote speaker, and that he turned it down because of Shabbos. And he says, Gates said, there's a person for whom there's something more important than money. Right? Something more important than money. So that's, you understand? So that's what we're talking about. What's your first? You understand? And we're not judging anybody. We're not like those Eden who came to America and lost their Shabbos and lost all their Yiddishkeit and so on. We're not judging them. Nobody is making any assumptions that we would have been any better than them, and even if we would have been better than them, we still have no right to judge them. Rabbi Riskin once in the talk, I heard him. He said that he's sure that if you're going to send, if it still exists, but if you would send divers down to the bottom of what is that? Ellis Island, you'd find a lot of shaitels and tefillin. Because these Eden were told, dump it before you arrive on shore, And I know that on the Lower East Side there was a whole string of shuls that they used to daven Shabbos morning at 6 o'clock and finish by 8 o'clock so that they can go and open their shops. Shabbos morning. So Ravid, what are you doing? It's America. I got to open my store. Then why are you coming to Dublin? Because I need. Okay.
My mother was told,
Right.
you don't come in Saturday, you don't come in.
Yeah,
don't
my
come in
father.
Monday.
My father lost more than one job like that. Because of that.
And regardless, especially in America, you have religion is something you do in certain places. You do it in shul. You do it. You don't. It's not your whole
Not
life.
just.
It's compartmentalized. Religion is some. It's something that's outside of you that you
That's
take
the
it.
whole point.
And it's not all of you.
This is the point, right? What's your first?
Your first is all of you.
וזהו משמעו של מושג הבכורה שבפרשה שלנו. And that's the meaning, right? So in the first aliyah, right? Esav is coming home. He's tired, and Yaakov is cooking a lentil soup, right? And Esav says, "Hey, pour me some of that red stuff," right? Haliteni now, in other words, pour it down my throat, right? So what's pshat? What's this whole story that that Yaakov buys the bechorah? He buys the rights of being the firstborn, right? Yaakov and Esav are fighting over the rights of being firstborn. But what is the meaning of this war? They're not fighting over who came out of the womb first. Yaakov wanted to establish a world in which the first primary thing is God. That Hashem is of the primary importance. The primary important thing in life is to be holy. Esav wanted a world in which the primary thing is to have a good time, to run around. Esav never said that he's not prepared to serve God, right? But before serving God, first he wants some soup. Maybe later he'll have time to serve God a little bit later. What is your first? הסימן העמוק ביותר, the deepest sign, הסימן העמוק ביותר לכך שאתה מחובר לראשון שלך, the deepest sign that you are connected with your Rishon, hu שאתה מתחיל לצמוח, is that you begin to grow. השני והשלישי אינם צומחים או מתרחבים. The second and the third, things that are of secondary importance, and third importance, they don't grow or expand. אבל הראשון מתפתח בלי הרף, but the first keeps on growing. כשאני אוהב אישה והיא הראשון עבורי, when I love a woman and she's my ראשון, אהבתי אליה גדלה מיום ליום. So then my love for her grows from day to day. אם אני אוהב אותה במדרגה של שני או שלישי, but if I love her on the level of number 2 or number 3, היא יכולה להיות בסביבתי שנים ארוכות, she can be in my presence many years, ושום דבר לא יתפתח, and nothing develops. Bagels, and I like herring. What about you guys? Do you like bagels and herring?
Herring's good.
Herring is good?
Sure. Snaps and herring.
זה נחמד מאוד. It's really good. Second last line on the page. אבל זה לא צומח, but a herring doesn't grow. Right? In other words, if it's not your first, it doesn't. Okay, good. Tomorrow you're going to eat 2 bagels. And the next day you're going to eat 3 bagels. Right? It's still a bagel.
But if you eat the holes, you become holy.
Moshe Geller would like that.
Was that?
So Moshe Geller would appreciate the puns.
Uh-huh.
Okay, אנחנו חיים, page 183. אנחנו חיים בעולם שבו תודה לאל אי אפשר להוכיח דבר. We're living in a world where, thank God, you can't prove anything. היו זמנים בהיסטוריה שבהם כולם דרשו הוכחות. There was a period in history where everybody wanted proof. In science also, everything was proof. Right? If you couldn't prove it, it didn't exist. You can't prove the existence of God, there's no God, right? Everything has to be proven. דתות שונות ניסו להוכיח שיש אלוהים אחד. Various religions try to prove that there's one God. שיש וכמה גדולי ישראל נאלצו גם הם לכתוב משהו בעניין. And some of the great leaders of the Jews, they didn't have any choice, they also had to write on the subject. משה רבנו לא כתב כלום בתנ"ך שמוכיח שיש השם אחד. Moshe Rabbeinu did not write anything in the Tanakh to prove that there's one God. Did you notice that, Shaya? That Moshe Rabbeinu, there's nothing written in the Torah to prove that there's a God.
It's true.
Right? Why? מפני שאנחנו היהודים איננו מנסים להוכיח את זה. Because we Jews, we don't try to prove it. איזה מין אלוקים הוא זה אם אפשר להוכיח אותו? What kind of a God is it if you can prove that he exists?
Yeah, I understand.
אם אישה אומרת לי, if a woman says to me, תוכיח שאתה אוהב אותי. So, and if a woman says to me, prove to me that you love me. Love that line, eh?
Yeah.
Prove to me that you love me.
The woman has to say, person has to say that, then
It's not, it's
Get her a diamond ring.
Yeah. Prove to me. So he says, כנראה, so apparently, שהשיב לה, I'm most likely going to answer her, אל תתקשרי אליי, don't bother calling me, אני אתקשר אלייך, I'll call you.
that's true.
איך אפשר להוכיח? How can you prove it? דבר אמיתי לא ניתן להוכחה. Something that's real is not something that you can prove.
It's an emotional thing.
אני יכול להוכיח לך שהבייגל הזה קיים. I can prove to you that the bagel is in existence. או שהדג מלוח הזה קיים, or that this herring is in existence.
Not really.
או שזו חמה, or that this is butter. Right? דברים חיצוניים ניתנים להוכחה. Superficial things can be proven. אבל להוכיח דברים פנימיים, but to prove something deep, inner, לא שייך, it doesn't work.
Not relevant. The question's not relevant.
Right.
Does it work in friendship too? Like either it is or it isn't. Nothing to
If
prove.
it's anything that's real, there's nothing to
You
prove,
don't
right?
have to prove it.
האם יש דרך להוכיח שמנגינה מסוימת היא יפה או לא יפה? Is there some way to prove that a tune is beautiful or not beautiful? Right? האם יש דרך להוכיח שבייטהובן היה מלחין ענק? Is there a way to prove that Beethoven was a great composer? האם אפשר להוכיח למי שחסר חוש מוזיקלי שבייטהובן יצר מוזיקה טובה? Can you prove to someone who doesn't have any sense of music that Beethoven was a great composer? מוזיקה שאפשר להוכיח אותה היא מן הסתם טיפשית במיוחד. Music which you can prove as being good music is probably stupid. Probably stupid music. There was like,
Does it work that way?
אי אפשר להוכיח את מה שנשגב וקדוש. You can't prove something that's exalted and holy. כל עוד אדם איננו קשור לראשון שלו, so long as a person is not connected with his ראשון, with his primal, deepest connection, הוא ברור לי כשמש, I'm sorry, Who shakua b'safek. Such a person is living in doubt. Ulai kain, ulai lo. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe yes, maybe no. אבל כשמישהו בגדר ראשון עבורי, when something is my primal thing, my first, הוא ברור לי כשמש, is clear to me like the sun, בבהירות אינסופית, infinite clarity.
The work that way with God too.
Well, we're talking about God. What do you mean there's a work with that with God?
If I say that I love God, somebody asks me why God does this and God does that. I mean, is it not?
So what are you going to do? You're going to prove that what?
I'm not saying it proves God exists. I'm saying
Prove that God is good?
That I love God. That I need or hey, that I do.
So good. So and if somebody says prove it to me, so then you're going to say sei mir gesinnt, goodbye. I mean, what do you mean prove it to you?
Say, listen, I mean, like, why am I going to shul? Why are you doing Shabbos? What are you doing in the midst
A lot of people do it out of habit.
It's habit. I was born into that.
So, but you know that you know, like once heard of a Brengen. What's a chassid? A chassid is a yid who davens 3 times a day and learns Torah, and he hopes that by the time he dies, he's going to believe in God. In other words, this is so much deeper. Like, the stories that, the Barditchever, when he got married, so his father-in-law was a fierce misnagget. His father-in-law didn't know that his daughter married a chassid. When he found that, he told her to demand a divorce, which obviously she didn't. But so one day his father-in-law says to him, "So what do you need to go to these to your Rebbe for? What did you learn there?" So he says, "I learned that there's a God." So he says, you learned that there's a God. And he calls over the goyet, the servant girl in the house. Luba, is there a God? And she says, yes, there's a God. She says, she also knows there's a God. What do you need to go to a Rebbe for? He says, she says that there's a God. I know that there's a God. Right? In other words, you really got to work at this. It's not done, and it's and when people start questioning themselves and what do I really believe? What do I really believe? And so on. Or is it just because I was taught to believe like this, or I was taught to do this, or I was taught to do that? It's a serious, heavy question for a lot of people, and it can be very upsetting too. I once gave my grade 11 students an assignment for a period, for one class, to write down 3 things that they believe because they believe it. By the end of the class, they were ready to lynch me because they couldn't come up with anything that was clear to them. They couldn't find anything that was there first. And it's
adults don't change really.
Huh?
I was going to say they're kids, but adults aren't there either.
No, I know. I'm just saying but in other words, what's confronted them was the fact that they never had anything in their education to make them think anything different.
They weren't thinking.
They were thinking the way they were being told to think.
Right.
Like the most important thing is, are you going to have 2 cars or 3 cars or 4 cars or et cetera, et cetera?
Well, it's the same thing as you're going to eat Chalav Yisrael or not. It's still outside.
If you want to do it on the outside level, yeah.
If you want to do anything on the outside level.
Yeah.
Would you say that as one gets older or more mature or wiser?
I don't know anything about getting older or more mature. Okay, what's your question?
Well, you're still a younger bocher. I'm a little bit older than you.
Sure.
So what's your question?
Do you reach a point in which you don't prove anything anymore? You just are. And either you feel a certain way or you don't feel it. I'm going back to this.
I don't know how I can answer that question at this particular time. I really don't.
You're supposed to know everything. You're the Rosh Yeshiva here. I'm just an ordinary
I appreciate when people ask me questions and I get to say I don't know. It's very dangerous to give a shiur and not to have a question that you didn't know the answer to.
It's good for you in the soul. Good for your head.
This shiur here, it gets me thinking.
If you don't like it, you can tear the page out of the book.
You have to prove anything.
Yeah, that's the point. You got it.
To whom?
Huh?
To whom?
To whom?
I don't think you have to prove anything.
To yourself.
I have to prove things to myself.
Mm-hmm. Did you come up with a midbar with this?
They were about to publish Shmois, and then
there's a problem.
I got up to Bereshis.
Oy, someday, brother. Someday.
Someday. The hour goes very quickly. The hour goes very quickly.
Especially if you come late.
And you fall asleep in the middle.